Yeah.
So, hi, my dear friends, those who are on live, already we are live here. Me and you can see the beautiful lady with me, Miss Hoonie from Singapore. How are you, Miss
Hello.
Hoonie?
I'm good.
So, Miss Hoonie, when I was reading about you, you have so many hats and so many titles. Like your name is Hoonie Lim, and you are we can say that GreenieHoonie. What is this exactly?
Okay, so I called myself GreenieHoonie when in 2018 I started my journey as a green influencer. Okay, so it's like a persona, it's like a branding, right? So it's kind of a personal brand. So I attended a class called Influencer Bootcamp, and then we were talking about using social media to do branding. So I was like, okay, green has always been my topic. I always talk about environmental awareness. I'm always known as the eco person. Okay, but back then in 2018, no one knows what I'm talking about. All right. So it was so it was quite interesting that the trainer, he actually went to research. So they teach us how to use like Google search words and SEO and all that, right? Like you want to choose a word that people searches, but no one understood eco, no one understood green, and it was quite funny. So but I still stuck to it because I think that's I would say my calling to talk about I won't say saving the earth, but I would say respecting earth. I love nature a lot. I'm part of nature. So I feel very like, at home when I'm in nature. So yeah, that's how I started my journey as a green influencer. So I called myself GreenieHoonie.
And what's this Eco Villages? Is there another project of yours, Eco Villages?
Okay, so EcoVillages is more my dream project. So basically, I'm talking about sustainability. We're talking about a self-sustainable village. So eco village will be like, for example, a whole village is like a whole smart cities network, concept, but eco. Okay, so it's
Okay.
all self-sustainable. We have clean energy, green roads, water management, waste management. We grow our own food, our own healthy food. We're a city, we are a little village, by ourselves, and we're self-sustainable. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that is such that like whatever you are talking in a practical term that this is your dream. I have always seen this dream in my dream. That there.
So I always say at the right time, God, or the universe will connect the right people together. And this year has been amazing. I've been telling people that 2025, this year is karma year. So it's like I've been on this journey since 2018. So that's 7 years ago. Okay, and it was very painful because a lot of people called me crazy. A lot of people were doubting me, and like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And I also have people telling me like, oh, it's been already 5 years. What have you done? So a lot of, yeah, so a lot of questions. Hmm?
Okay, yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. So today, as we all know that we are talking about Singapore. Singapore is really a dream city. I must say that if you ask anybody in the world that which city the person wants to visit first, so among all the top cities, Singapore is one of them. And you live in Singapore, you are a Singaporean. First of all, congratulations that you live in the most smart city in the world.
Yeah.
So, why Singapore is often cited as the model smart city, and how, like, what is the urban planning that makes is the one of the most smart city in the world, and how can the other cities learn from this?
Well, I would say thanks to our first Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. He had a vision for how Singapore is, back in 1965. So you know the history of Singapore. We were kind of thrown out of Malaysia. We were left to fend for ourselves. So we were a fishing village, right? And that goal of making it a metropolitan city, um, And of course, with education is one of the most important things that you need for a smart city. So definitely education is one of the strong foundational things that you have to look at. Okay, of course, with the right infrastructure, with the right talents, with the right resources, yeah, I think anywhere and everywhere can be a smart city. It's just getting the right people, the right team, to make things happen. Yeah.
Exactly, right team I think plays very important role. This right team is important, and plus vision. If you don't have
Yes.
vision, so whatever people you have, you can't take anything from them. So you have
Yep.
to know how to take out and how to extract the best among the people. When first time I visited Singapore, the first thing that has attracted my attention were two things. Like one was the vertical garden at airport. Yeah, like I was really very surprised. Is it possible that if we don't have the land like this, then we can have the garden in the vertical form? And
Mm.
secondly, on that year particularly, I think the Singapore was celebrating some reading year or something. So I found a corner for the reading for the students. That was like for the small kids, the reading corner with some books or some educational toys and apparatus and games. So that has really made me think about Singapore. And I'm talking about, I think 2018, I visited Singapore for the first time. And
Okay.
so when we talk about like vertical garden, and when we talk about like the greenery and the other initiatives, so can you please just let us that how these initiatives impact the environment and quality of life of residents in Singapore?
How what again? Sorry, the
Like when we talk about like vertical garden is there are energy efficient initiatives, there are so many initiatives Singapore has taken. So how these initiatives impact the environment and the lives of the residents?
Okay, I would say first of all, why we need vertical gardens is because Singapore have no land. we cannot build wide, so we have to build up, right?
Very
And you,
honest,
yeah, and
very
you saw our all our buildings. So even for the residential, the offices, it's always very high rise buildings. Okay, and that's because we do not have a lot of land. Okay, and that's also why and Singapore, we don't have a lot of land, so we import most of our food. So we have, but Lee Kuan Yew also have this vision that we have to be a green city. Okay, so there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of greeneries, there's a lot of gardens in Singapore. So even if you go to the housing estates where 70% of us live, right, the HDB, there's always gardens, there's always playgrounds, there's always open spaces planned into the whole city. Yeah. So maybe when you come for your event, we can even do a tour where we can actually show you um, how we live, right? As locals, how it was our city, little cities is planned. Yeah, because within Singapore is a city, but we have like little townships. So urban planning is very important so that you make good use of the space. And we have very limited space. So we need to really plan and make good use of that little space that we have. So there's a lot of things into urban planning. Okay, so with every successful city, first of all, like what we mentioned, the vision has to be there, the right team, and
yes.
then the planning has to take place, right? We cannot build everywhere and anywhere. We need to have some plans to work together towards it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Hmm.
And everything requires, along with the vision and the correct team members, we need communities as well. If whatever
Oh
you
yes.
plan and you execute and communities are not supporting, then naturally everything will go in vain. So how
Yeah.
Singapore ensures that the business leaders, the educators, the community people, the different nationalities, different races are there. I can see like there are
Yeah.
Chinese, then Indians, and so many foreigners are as well from different nationalities,
Mhm.
different countries. So how Singapore ensures this that they all work towards sustainability?
Okay, so sometimes we actually do have, like, the government do have forums. Okay, and when the thing is also communication. When you are doing good, it's a community. right? So we also sometimes take inputs from the people staying there. We have inputs from the business owners as well and the individuals, school groups, so there's a lot of, in a way you can say market research done, right? To know, to listen to and hear what the people wants as well. So it's not just a top-down approach, but it's more a community whereby all of us have voices, and then with all the voices that we try to make things happen, because we want to, you want to build, as a builder, as a developer, you want to build something that's useful. Okay. It's, of course, it's about money, but if you only want to do things only because of money, then it's how you balance everything out. All right. So now when we talk about sustainability, it's always about uh, people, planet, and profit. Right. People comes first, because without the right people, without the community, nothing is going to happen. Yeah. You have to build something that people like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Mhm.
So now when talks about everything good in Singapore, somebody told me that when we enter in Singapore, it looks like that everything is sterilized. Everything is so neat, clean, pure, and not a single leaf you will find on the roads, on the grounds. So when we talk about all the brighter aspects of the coin, there must be some challenges as well, isn't it? So we talk about the challenge, like land challenge is there, like different ethnicity living together, diversity is there. So in this, what are the biggest hurdle you foresee, and how is Singapore preparing to overcome these type of challenges?
Okay, so it's like now it's more on, we are looking back at what happened, right? Because we're already, a very successful place. So what I we have to learn is that um Lee Kuan Yew actually put his foot down to instill certain things. Like, for example, how we you mentioned that how we can have different races, different ethnicities living peacefully together. Okay,
Yes.
so back then in the history of Singapore, there were fights. Okay, there were the fights between the Malay and the Chinese, and within the Chinese, there's also different dialects. So
Mhm.
it's over a period of time and very, in a way, sometimes harsh ruling to to create that peace. So eventually, we have to learn to live together, and even with every community or city planned, there is a percentage of race. So we have very mixed mixed race staying together. Yeah, so there is some quota and things like that. Yeah, that's
Ah,
how we
that,
do
that
the,
that's
the
very
urban
important.
planning.
I think very like minute to details. It is there. Like everything has to be considered. How much percentage of which race and how much has to be given. One thing I remember when I was in Singapore, one of my friends said that why Singapore lives in so peaceful, because I belong to India, and India is also as a very vast country, and we also have lots of diversity. It is said that every 1.5 kilometers the language changes in India. So like so
Oh
much
yeah,
diversity of languages, the religion, the regions, the cuisine, the cultures, everything is like very diverse.
yeah.
uh, but we sometimes there are conflicts also, sometimes there are some rights and other things. uh,
Mm-hmm.
so in Singapore, when I asked them that how Singaporeans maintain this, they said that we just keep the nations in the front. The nation in the front, that Singapore as a nation is first, and then all
Mm.
other differences, like difference of religion, difference of region, different of races, everything is inside us. It's not shown outside. So like if we have to practice religion, we have to practice our rituals, so that we do in a private, like this is my private affair. This is not something that has
Mm.
to be displayed and that has to be boast about, and then try to tell the other nationality or other religion or region that okay, we are doing this. So that is something that they told me in this way, that our religion is in our pocket, but our nation is in our heart, something like that. They use the statement, I exactly don't remember, but that was really something that was very good, and I still remember that. and that makes this country so nice. When we talk about like global inspiration, it's been like some, I think 71 it was, it has its, we can say National Day is, uh, like it was separated in 1971 or which year?
1965. So 1965, we gained our independence.
Okay, 1965. So we can see that 40 years there and 20 years here. How many years ago?
So that is 60. Now is 60 years. This year we celebrated our 60.
Okay, so within 60 years, Singapore
Mm.
has become global inspiration.
Yep.
That is really for the countries and the cities looking like to build a smart, sustainable future. Like everybody looks at Singapore. When earlier I was not so much aware about the infrastructure, but I was very much aware about education. Since I have been in the education field since long 30 years, I spent in education field, and we used to always see the result of the international benchmarking exams and all. Singapore used to be number one in that, the PISA test and all those exams. How Singapore has achieved within this period of time, maybe within 60 years, that Singapore has become the global inspiration, not only in one field, but in all the fields. Like if we talk about school education, PSLE exams, or we talk about university, colleges, or we talk about like living standard, the infrastructure, the wellness of the people, the technology, AI, ML, and all these. So how it has become global inspiration?
But I think one thing is Singapore is small, so it's easier to manage, right? When a country is big, when there's too many people, it's harder to manage. So I would say that one thing is small, easier to manage. Of course, the right leadership, with the right vision and pushing out the right agendas, and sending out the message so that the people will listen. Okay, so you have to always explain to them that it is for a greater good, right? It's not for my selfish reasons, but it's for all of us to be good together, and that's how we can make good happen. But if I'm selfish and I only want, oh no, I want my way, I want my way, then that person will say he wants his way, then everybody will be fighting, right? So it's more on getting a community consensus to, okay, what is the best for all of us, right? And then from there, how we can be build a good community which all of us will benefit from. Because if the whole city is good, um people will be happy here, and when you're happy you will have lesser problems.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. Thank you very much for being with me. I'm receiving the messages that since we are through Zoom, so the people are not able to communicate with us. But I wish
Okay.
that they would have communicated with us. And yes, we have Rajan with us. We have Simon with us. Yeah. So, if they have any queries, any questions, our next segment is about the conference that we are going to organize in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you should be very happy and proud that we have selected Singapore as our next Global Leaders Conference on Sustainability.
Yep,
And,
thank you very much for choosing Singapore.
but one thing I must say that it is really very expensive place.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
is it same expensive for you as well?
Okay, Singapore is expensive, but it's like the center of a lot of MICE events. Okay, if you do any event here, you'll be so amazed at the efficiency of Singapore. Yeah, so yes, I know it's expensive, but like even like just this week, Token 2049 is here. There's a lot of tech events, there's a lot of AI. So today I'm actually at AI, the world's first AI consumer fair, right? Organized by my friend. So it's like there's a lot of events here, and I think it's a very interesting place because people from all over the world are coming to Singapore to meet together. And then, yeah, this weekend is also the F1 night race. So there's a lot of foreigners in Singapore now. Yeah, so it's a good place to learn from because there's a lot of bright minds coming here. And then, it's a good example to be here to learn about smart city. So since you're talking about smart city, you have to go to a smart city to do your event, right? And then we can showcase. So we can talk more how we do it, but because I can bring you all to like the places, like for example our HDB is called Housing Development Board. So most of us stays in HDB flats, which is government flats. So I can bring you all to see how the government plans that. Okay, URA is the urban development one. So we can go there and then we can talk about how our city is planned. We have a master plan, we have a concept plan, a 5-year and a 20-year plan for the development of Singapore. So there's a lot of planning, urban planning that goes into all this that makes Singapore where we are. Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of planning.
So we have Simon with us, and who is trying to ask that it's expensive. Hope you attract Western and Chinese capital.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, we do. Yeah, yeah. We have a very mixed nationality nation. So actually now there's a lot of Chinese coming here because they relax some rules on Chinese people coming. So there's also a lot of Chinese actually moving here. Okay, a lot of Singapore is like the 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 financial city of Asia, right? So
yes.
because of the structures of how you can actually set up your family office with VCCs, it with this recent change, there were as many as 3,000 over family offices here. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a
So
place where all the money is here
so good
for
news.
sure.
Good news for Simon that yes, they are attracting lots of
Oh
Chinese.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so Hira is
Okay,
with us, and Hira Hashmi is asking that first of all, what makes Singapore so expensive, and second is that who should participate in the upcoming conference. Yes, so for first part of the question you can answer, and second part I'm going to answer. Yes, Hoonie, what makes
okay.
yes,
Singapore is expensive because we have very limited land. Okay, the safety is one of the things that we will have to pay for. So food's expensive. Accommodation because we have. I mean, basically, it's demand and supply, right? So the demand supply, the things are expensive here. Labor cost is expensive, so that drives up a lot of cost. But I mean, seriously, coming here for 3 days and spending that money is worth it because you will meet another whole level of people. Yeah.
that's very true. So before I
Yeah.
answer Hira's question of who can participate in the upcoming conference, let me just share that Simon is saying that you can consider Johor Bahru next time to
Yeah.
save cost.
So
Yes, I have been in
I
Malaysia
saw.
and I have compared Malaysia and Singapore. Oh my God, there is no comparison at all. Malaysia is
Okay.
really so reasonable and so like the accommodation, the food stuff, and all those things. Really, Simon, we will consider about this.
Yeah. So if you want to do it in Malaysia, JB. So I was guessing that he's Malaysian because on top he tried JB. So in JB in Malaysia, I do have friends there too. So we can we can do like events all over the place. My network is very international. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes, that,
Singapore is a nice place to see if you really want to talk about smart city.
mm,
Okay, it's worth. I know it's expensive. I think it's expensive too, and I'm Singaporean. Okay, I want to scoot out of Singapore, but the networking here is good. Okay, imagine all the tech people, everybody from Saudi, Czech Republic, from everywhere. They're all coming to Singapore for events and to find funds. So there's a lot of money here. All the funders, all the investors are all coming here. So there's a lot of VC startups, family office people, impact funders. They're all here.
okay, so let me answer Hira's question that who should participate in the conference. Yes, my dear friends, this conference is for everyone, those who believe in sustainability, because we talk about sustainability, and sustainability has different aspects, different
Mm.
dimensions. And especially in this conference, we are focusing on AI and ML for the a sustainable future, because some people
Mhm.
they think that both are contradictory. AI and ML are not pro sustainability. That's what the people think, and then maybe there are certain reasons for that. But in this conference, we are going to go into the deep, and we are going to understand that how AI and ML are really pro sustainability, or they are bringing harms to the sustainability, and there are different dimensions. So we have invited the educational leaders, global educational leaders, plus we have invited the industry leaders, we have invited the policymakers, we have invited even the youth, the students, because youth have lots of innovative ideas, and they
Oh,
are the
yes.
ones who are really concerned about sustainability. I appreciate, many times I have seen that they just live a life of very simple living, like SDG 12 that talks about sustainable, very responsible consumption. I have seen
Mm.
generation living in that, not my generation. My generation was into like branding and expensive things and expensive items and luxurious lifestyle. But now I have seen the new generation. They are really wonderful ideas. So we have invited them also. So this is,
Mhm.
if we can say that this is for all, for everyone whosoever thinks that sustainability is a matter of concern, and we should contribute, give our contribution for the sustainability. So this conference is for them.
Yeah.
Simon, by the way, Simon is a Singaporean, not Malaysian.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Singaporeans living in JB now.
Yes, yes.
Some of my friends to save cost.
Okay. So I think this conference is really going to be a wonderful conference. Before this, also, we have organized in Dubai and we have organized in Maldives. So two conferences, and then before these two conferences, we did in Singapore as well, but that was not a very on a large scale. But this time it is on a large scale, and we are
Okay.
expecting 21 countries representation over there, and we will give the countries platinum partnership benefit. Platinum partnership is that if any country sends 5 participation in the conference, so they will be the platinum partner of the conference country wise, like Maldives platinum partner, Nigeria platinum partner, Malaysia
Mhm.
platinum partner, or Singapore itself. We are there, so naturally Singaporean will be there. So likewise UAE platinum partner, and there is no cost involved in this. Only the participation has to be minimum 5 from that country, so that
Oh,
they,
nice.
yes, their country, that they can bring their flags when they go for the awards and all. They can hoist the flags over there. So that's
Mhm.
what we are offering as a platinum partner.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us move. Do you want to know more about the conference, or you are clear now, Hoonie, about this?
You're asking Farah?
Yeah, actually, this conference is basically on 7th of December,
Mm-hmm.
and it is from 9 o'clock morning till 9 o'clock evening.
So it's a 1 day conference.
Yeah, it is one day, but we are offering 3 nights stay. You tell me why we are offering 3 nights stay, although conference is one day.
You can do a lot of other things in Singapore. You have to visit gardens by the bay. Okay, and you will see how Singapore,
Yes, yes,
how we make the city green. So we building a garden in the city.
yeah.
It's quite amazing.
That's
Frankly speaking, I'm Singaporean. Okay, they are still building, and they are even building roads and tunnels. Okay, but while they are doing that, the traffic is not affected. So suddenly a road will appear, and then they're also building more MRT tunnels, MRT. So a lot of them are going underground, right? So it's a very amazing how Singapore builds, because the engineering people are they are geniuses. It's like suddenly a road will appear, okay, and then while they're digging underground, right, and then somehow the traffic is diverted, but it will still be smooth.
yes, that is true. See, what I was trying to say, that Singapore is not a place where you come only for one day and you spend one night and go.
Yeah. It's not enough.
See, and some of my friends were suggesting to like arrange a bus to take them from the hotel to the venue. But I suggested them what, I told them, no, let them experience Singapore Metro. That's not called Metro, that's called MRT.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's super nice. It's super easy to travel in Singapore. So even for us as locals, most of us don't drive because the public transport is beautiful. We have the bus, the MRT, we have the taxis, which is not expensive. So public transport in Singapore, you have to experience it. But of course, we will give instructions on how to move around and all that. So don't worry about that. It's easy as long as you can read English. It's not difficult to move around in Singapore by yourself.
yeah, that's very true. Now the people are asking that how they can join in this conference. So let me briefly tell them that here we are going to share our WhatsApp details. And yes, so through that WhatsApp, they can contact us. Let me share the WhatsApp details here.
Mhm.
Even I can tell them also it is 971-50750-9125. So they can contact us on through the WhatsApp, or they can visit our website, and on the website the details are given. They can contact us through our website, and on all the social media accounts also they can contact us through our social media, and in this way they can participate in this conference. Mm. Okay, so now coming to again one more thing. It is the people, they say that in Singapore the life is a very machinery life, mechanical life, mechanical life.
Okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
and when we talk about the happiness index or work-life balance, so somewhere it lacks. Like
Mhm.
I'm not telling very frankly, Huni. I'm with you. I don't believe in this, but I am just saying what the people they say normally, usually in our. Thus, I have heard about this. What do you have to say about this?
Okay, I do agree to that to a certain extent because it's very stressful here. Okay, it's quite a stressful environment, but of course, we know the government is also pushing us to exercise and all that. So there's also a lot of the focus is going a lot into mental wellness. So now there's more emphasis on not just about working, but how you balance work life. So all this while the government always have initiatives like work life balance. Uh, wait, I mean, yeah, sorry. So we're talking about work life balance and yeah, and sorry because I'm in the room.
It's okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, so there's always and then there's a lot of gardens that we have. So we always encouraged to exercise and all that. So um yeah, it is stressful, but we do have other things, activities, exercise, good, yeah, to balance out the mental stress and all that. But I do agree that it's quite a stressful place.
That's that's really true, and now it is becoming it is spreading in other parts of the world as well. It's not only now
Yeah.
confined to Singapore. Now it is, wherever we have a standard of life. So I think it
Yeah.
is the demand of the standard of life. Like, cost of living is so expensive. You have to work beyond the
Mm.
hours. Then only you can meet the expenses. Otherwise, how can you meet the expenses of your living over there? So that's the need. That's why the people I have seen at 11 o'clock also, they are laughing, smiling, and they are working at night because,
Oh.
they have to. There is no other way out. The life has become so challenging everywhere. And
And I believe in Dubai is not that cheap, right? Things in Dubai.
Dubai is again very expensive. For every smile, you have to pay the amount.
Yeah, so I think Dubai and Singapore is pretty similar. I haven't been to Dubai, so I would love to go one day. Okay, but yeah, I mean, what I know is that sometimes you pay for certain level of service quality, yeah, and status in a way, right? the status. Everybody wants to go to Dubai because it's like, you know, the city that in the Middle East that you have to go. People want to come to Singapore because everybody thinks that Singapore is like the most beautiful place. But yeah, it's expensive. I want to leave Singapore.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, that is a part of life, and we have to just try to make it happening and make balance our own life. You know, sometimes we are more
Yeah.
ambitious, and our over ambition makes us work even beyond hours. So it also depends on the human being's own nature. Also, if we can live simple life, less requirements, less needs. So it's not the need that makes the people work more, but it's the greed that makes the people work more and more and more. So thank you very much, Hoonie, for being with us. And I think that we are going to have wonderful time during our conference. And you are
Yes.
our, yes, a special guest in the conference. And since this is on sustainability, I don't find that anyone else would be the apt person to talk about, to advocate about sustainability for GreenieHoonie. Yes, I really like your name very much. So
Thank you.
eagerly we are waiting, and I hope that you will spread the word among your own friends, because we
Yeah.
also believe that this is the message that has to go around the world, not only in one country or two countries. So far we
Mm.
have spread our message in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in Maldives, in Malaysia, in Singapore, in India. Now we are spreading our wings to other places as well. And
Good.
thank you very much for being with us.
So
And
for the conference, I can help you to spread the word more because I have a lot of contacts in Europe and all that as well. So we'll work together on the conference for sure.
yes, yes, sure, sure. It is going to be partnership, and we all are going to have like our own mission accomplishment, because mission accomplishment is the most important thing. So thank you
Yes.
very much, and thank you
We'll
all
have
those.
a good time.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you. Let me thank all those who were there with us. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I know today was the first day, so that's why it was little disturbance on life. But next time onwards, I hope that it is going to be far better, and we will be learning in a better way. Our technical team is going to be more supportive next time. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.